Good morning and good evening from wherever you're listening this from. My name's Daniel Rono from Kenya School of Tibet. I am a social worker and a trainer, also by profession. Today we are going to talk about what we call gender-based violence. This topic is important because many people experience GBV silently. This can happen in schools, at workplace, and also at homes. And often, many don't know where to seek help from. This may can happen through the stories that people can tell you or examples. So I'll be here to explain what is GBV and why it happens and how we can prevent it. So I will start by defining what is gender-based violence. Gender-based violence refers to, I can say, harmful actions that are directed at someone because of their gender. Maybe I can say because you are a man or a woman. This can include the physical harm or even emotional or psychological abuse, or maybe controlling someone's money. It can also happen through maybe threats or even intimidations. I can give you one example of gender-based violence. Maybe a student named Caroline is constantly insulted by a partner who tells her she is worth nothing and stops her from meeting friends. This can cause emotional. This can be emotional or psychological abuse. Maybe another example: a boy is mocked by a classmate for choosing a course. Maybe like maybe music. There is a stereotype that is meant for girls. This is a gender-based discrimination. So, having looked at the meaning of gender-based violence, you've understood the meaning. So, we can ask ourselves, what are the causes of this gender-based violence? There are quite a number of causes of gender-based violence, and I'm very sure you may have experienced this or maybe a story from a friend, family, or relatives. So the first cause is because of unequal power relations. I can give you a story. For example, John and Mary are in a relationship where John controls who Mary can talk to and checks her phone oftenly. This maybe happens currently in many of the relationships where the man regularly checks on a wife's phone, controlling her on who should her wife talk to. This controlling behavior is gender-based violence. Another cause of gender-based violence is, I can say, harmful cultural beliefs. Um, we live in a society where we still have to follow the cultures and how we can behave in our society. So, for example, when a girl is discouraged from reporting mistreatment because of their culture, family issues must remain in the house. They are not allowed to report. That's basically GBV. Another cause for gender-based violence is lack of awareness. For example, a boyfriend threatens to ruin his partner's reputations online. If she leaves, this is a threat form of a GBV, and then that person who is mistreated doesn't know about what is gender-based violence. We have the last cause, but not least, of gender-based violence is peer influence. This can happen. Maybe I can give kind of an example. Is where a group of boys jokes about controlling girls, influencing one of them to behave the same way. So this can make someone behave in a certain way. Maybe they don't believe in it. So having looked at the causes of gender-based violence, and we know gender-based violence is not good, and it has got negative effects. So there are quite a number of effects of gender-based violence. Maybe one can be emotional and psychological impact. This one, for example, maybe a student constantly intimidated at home because they are quiet in class. So maybe they can struggle with concentration, and this can maybe impact negatively to their performance. And also maybe I can say the effects may be poor for those who are maybe studying, or we can say children, boys and girls. We can experience poor academic performance because maybe when they are at home, they can undergo this gender-based violence. Going back to class, they have that trauma, and because of that, there is a poor academic performance. We can also experience broken relationships. This can happen where maybe because of gender-based violence, a wife and a woman, or maybe within a family structure where children and also the father or the mother, maybe they undergo like gender-based violence, maybe assaulting because of this and this, and this can really cause what we call broken relationship in our homes. So I've been looked at the effects, which are quite many. So we have to look at ways which we can prevent and also give the relevant solutions to this GBV issue. So the first one is giving education and awareness to the community or the people, maybe or at schools or at family level. This will make people to be informed about what is GBV and its effects. Or maybe, for example, a school can hold the awareness day on GBV and also looking at respectful relationships. We can also prevent a GBV through encouraging reporting. This can happen where, in case one is undergone a GBV, we should encourage these people to report, maybe to the nearest police station, report to a family member or a relevant authority, and this can help bring out the gender-based violence. Also, we have having the third one is having strong laws and community support. I know most of you may have had stories where maybe one can report an issue of GBV, but at the end, there is no action to be taken. Or also, someone can mistreat another person because of their gender, having in mind that nothing gonna happen to them. And because they know that there is no strong laws in place, so we must have in place strong laws and community support to to eradicate gender-based violence. Finally, last but not least is promoting gender equality. Gender equality is a very key thing in eradicating or preventing gender-based violence. For example, when we are at school, maybe in college, we can encourage both genders to join any cause, and this can reduce maybe the stereotypes about, maybe we say these are for women or these are for men. So through this we can prevent gender-based violence. So in conclusion, I can say gender-based violence affects many people silently. By understanding it, speaking up, and supporting each other, we can reduce. Let us choose respect, equality, and safety. And thank you so much for listening.